Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Medellin, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Willow breast pump. I've been using this pump for about 2 months now. My son Mateo was just born September 5th, and so I started to use the product about 2 weeks in. I was trying to get ready to go back to work, and I wanted to make sure that I had milk for him while I was out. So this video, I felt needed to be made. Before I purchased the Willow, I did a lot of research about the product. You know, I needed something that was small, discreet, portable, and that I wouldn't be tethered to the wall, and Willow met all of that, all of those criterias. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I wasn't able to use it because I bought it, you know, I was probably 8 months pregnant when I got it. However, Willow is great at actually, you know, your warranty wouldn't begin until you had your baby, and then it would start. And so that was awesome. I will say that the coaches have been amazing. They do reach out to you. They try to help you get the hang of the Willow. Okay, so in my experience, I noticed that I had sensitive breasts. I have used the Medela pump in the past, since this is not my first baby. And so whenever I use the Willow, the suction is very strong. It's a constant vacuum like suction that doesn't break. You know, with the Medela, with Spectra, you have a motion, you know, a suckling motion that the baby would make, and so that gives your nipple a break as it's pumping. With a Willow, you don't have that. It's a constant suction, and that suction is the reason why I am no longer going to be able to use the Willow. It's very painful on my breast. It almost feels like somebody's pinching my breast, and that sensation never leaves. Okay, so I reached out to my coach. We thought maybe it was a latch issue. As you can see, the only transparent part is the flange. This is the actual pump, by the way, but you can't see. Once you insert the pump, you can't tell if you're aligning it correctly. So that in itself is a challenge to get, and I got it down thanks to the help of my Willow coach. She helped me align the pump and, you know, make sure that it wasn't an alignment issue, and it just wasn't an alignment issue. Okay, it was a suction issue. My breasts were too sensitive to the constant suction, so I will be returning the pump back to Willow. They were very kind and very you know, willing to reimburse me. That is not the case, however, with everyone. I am in a support group with other moms who use Willow, and not all of them have been able to get a refund of their money. The Willow retails for $479, so it is more expensive than your typical breast pump, but then again, it's not a typical product. So I saw the value in it, and honestly, had it not been because of the constant pain that I had, even after I went into expression and you're able to change the settings, even at that point, that was still not a relief. A lot of moms in the support group, you know, give me advice, tips that work for them, tips and tricks that work for them. And one of those was to purchase the Freemie inserts. Now these are made out of silicone. I want to say it's silicone, but it's a very soft. It's not rigid, you know, like the flanges. And so this was supposed to add another layer of protection. Like that. But unfortunately, that still did not help, and that did not alleviate the pain that I felt. So that is the reason why I made this video. You know, it's not to discourage you from purchasing the Willow. It's to inform you that if you do have sensitive nipples, you know, if you have a child, if you had a child in the past and you've used the Medela, you used Spectra, and you felt, you know, pain with that, then you're more than likely not going to be able to consistently pump with a Willow. And I'm not an expert, but like I said, I've used other pumps. I've used the Willow, and it was just very painful. Okay, so that's the point of my video, is just to inform you that it does have painful suction, and consider that. Think about that before you purchase, because you may not be able to get your money back. And so a lot of the other moms do sell their breast pump, but they're not selling it, you know, for the amount that they purchased it. They're selling, you know, they're having to take a loss. They're having to take sometimes a $200 loss, sometimes, you know, a $250 loss. So I wouldn't want anybody else to go through that, because personally, I would be very heartbroken if I, you know, purchased the product and then it didn't work out, and I either have it at home or have to, you know, let it go for way less than what I personally bought it from. Another thing that, I mean, it wasn't a deal breaker, but that I wasn't so happy about are the bags. The bags that Willow has are exclusively for Willow. Let me show you the bags. Now these bags, you cannot use them with any other pump, because the way that they're made is so that they fit inside of the Willow. Okay, and so they retail for $12. That's about 50 cents a bag. And for someone like myself, I pump 3 times a day while I'm gone. Once I get home, I directly feed my baby. So think about that. That's three pump sessions a day. That's $1.50 per breast per day. That means that in a day I'm using $3 worth of bags. You know, and sometimes if you produce more than the 4 ounces that the bag contains, then, you know, you would have to then use another bag. So 3 bags, $6 a day is, let's see, I'm trying to do the math here. I should have done that before. Let's see, times 6. It's $180 a month just on bags. And that's just, you know, you pump 4 ounces, 4 ounces. So 8 ounces total in one pump session. And that's doing it 3 times a day. I know some moms who are pumping 10, 12 ounces in one pump session, and they're having to constantly, you know, use bags or reuse the bag, which I'm not really a fan of. I personally wouldn't want to be reusing the bags. So that's another thing that you need to think about, is the cost of the bags. And if you're going to be making more than, you know, 8 ounces per session, that can get pretty expensive over the course of a year, if you're planning on pumping for the course of a year. So yeah, that is what my video is. I don't want to discourage anyone from purchasing the Willow. I just want you to be informed so that you can make the best decision possible for you. as of right now, I'm using the Freeme Liberty, and I love it. It is still portable. The only downside to it is that, you know, you do have some tubing that can show, but other than that, it's been a lifesaver, mostly since, you know, I haven't been able to pump with Willow. It's definitely become the go-to pump for me now. And so if you're wanting to see a review of the Freeme, leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. I am a mom of 4, and right now, like I said, I'm nursing my 2-month-old, and I am embarking on cloth diaper journey. So I'm definitely going to be, you know, posting videos about that. I'm also going to be purchasing the LV, which is a highly anticipated breast pump that is essentially like Willow, but it does not have a constant vacuum like suction. It is more like your traditional breast pump. So yeah, subscribe to my channel, because once I have that and I've been using it for a couple of weeks, I will make a review on that. If you have any questions, leave them on the comments below and I will answer them as soon as I can. Have a great day.